and TV show recaps. We review and read them too, as long as they're Black, Brian and Lamar hosting the show. Remain unbiased in case you don't know. Now you know. There's nothing but competition. It's out to the imagination. If you don't know, now you know.
Disclaimer: no matter if we liked your movie, liked your show, or hated the show, or hated your movie, doesn't matter. We respect you, shout outs to you, and we support you. And we try to get everybody else to support you like we support you. Black on Black Prime, we stand on what we say, though.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here to talk about the greatest Black show out right now, Fight Night.
All-star cast, man.
The All-star cast, the heat is turning up. We're about to get to some real shit, it seemed like.
We got that real Samuel Jackson. It's funny, I was looking at a video, and this lady was like, we don't say Samuel Jackson right, because we be like Samuel L. Jackson. Like, it should be Samuel L. Jackson. Niggas be like Samuel L. Jackson.
It's the same shit. Just because we don't hesitate, tell her to shut the fuck up.
They don't say Samuel L.
Hey, tell her to shut up.
Samuel L. Jackson.
No, you tell her to shut up. Samuel L. Jackson. That's how we say it. We say Samuel.
I don't know
Samuel.
that. Samuel Jackson. One word.
Yeah. Fuck it.
But he got into his bag this time around. And I was like, I already knew he wasn't gonna believe what's his name, and what's his name, Silky. He was like, man, come on, man, just tell me what's going on so I can tell him and we can be out of left town. I'd be like, man,
I'd have been gone. It's funny how part 3 ended when he was like, I only when Chicken Man was like, I can only take you to one place. I knew where he was going. I was like, I don't know how this shit's gonna work out. And sure enough, he took her to his wife.
And just like you said last time, it was just like, that's how it was back then. You know what I mean? His wife wasn't stupid. His wife was like, I know what my husband into. Like,
she knew exactly what was going on, but it was like she kind of like, Black women love hard, man. Black women don't get enough credit for loving as hard as they do, especially we be fucking up.
I don't be doing nothing.
I said we as a whole.
I ain't with y'all.
What you feel like you ain't doing, you are doing, nigga. When I say fucking up, that don't mean just cheating. That don't mean, it's like in plenty of ways you can be fucking up, but a Black woman is gonna stand the test of time. She gonna go to the wheels fall off on certain points to where it's like she got to get to a point where she just can't take it no more. And she represents that Black woman because she like, nigga, you my husband, we got kids. I know you live a secret life. I know you lying to me. But fuck, like she just like she always got that prayer. Like, it's funny because I was just watching Baby Boy, and it's the same situation. It's like, nigga, you fucking up. You fucking up. But it's like she loves you so much, she can see the good in your dumb ass when you can't see it in yourself.
Yeah, man. I have a weird view on that when it comes to like women standing around with like niggas that they've been with. I feel like it could be many reasons. Like, I ain't gonna speak as a whole, but I feel like a lot of women are just like you said, they love hard, right? But it's like, I be feeling like they just don't, like, when they fall in love, it's like, who wants to start over? I be feeling like that'd be like the biggest thing. Like, I gotta, like, if I leave you, I gotta go like create trust and all of this extra stuff with a stranger. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm already used to you. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it could be not complacent's not the word. Just like, man, like who wants to start from scratch with another person? I know you. I notice what you're doing. If I go get with a stranger, he's gonna probably do the same thing.
I mean, that's a hindsight type situation, but I just think I think they love up front. They love wholeheartedly. Niggas love and try to hide it sometimes. Niggas love and want to play tough. Niggas love and still want to be cool. Like I told you, niggas separate their heart from their physical. So I'm gonna say, baby boy, again. When Jody said, "I love you, I want to be with you, but I fuck other females from time to time," I don't know why I just do it.
Mhm.
There's no truer statement than that.
Yeah,
He's not lying.
he wasn't lying at all.
He's telling the absolute truth. But women love with their whole. Women love with the physical and everything. Everything is attached.
Yeah, even the
men got compartments. I love, I fucking feel, and I want.
Yeah, like my dick ain't got nothing to do with my love.
Yeah, sometimes until you get to a point where men, I feel like men got to get to a point where it all connects. But for the most part, growing up, until you get to that point, it's all separate.
Yeah, I mean, we also grew up different than women did. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no older woman was telling a younger girl, yeah, you got to go out there and get this, you know, get that dick, get these niggas. Like, we grew up like any nigga that was around us would be like, nigga, you better get as many as you can. You better.
It's because the women that say that are shamed. Those are the women the mama be like, get away from them girls. Don't be telling them girls. Auntie Sugar always come around like, girl, you better fuck that boy, that cute ass boy that just dropped you off. I know you fucking him. And the girl be like so appalled because it's like that's shamed upon.
Yeah, that's that dope ass shit.
No, they ain't dope ass shit. That's just the honesty. That's she's the same as that uncle that be like, boy, I know you fucking that. You 14 years old. You better be getting that ass. Like you shouldn't be talking to him like that.
That's because his daddy said it.
Because it's not shamed upon for a man to do that.
Yeah.
But it's shamed for a woman to do that.
That is the
or
truth.
not today, not no more. With
not no more. Now it's just like, hey, give it up. Get these niggas, scam these niggas, rob these niggas.
They money, yeah. Seduce and scheme.
Pretty much.
But anyway, so Chicken Man leaves Taraji there. What's Taraji's name in here? I don't want to call her Taraji. Taraji.
All I know right now is Chicken Man.
That's all I know too.
Chicken Man, Silky, and Frank. Samuel's character.
So Taraji's there getting patched up. Then they have the real life conversation where she like, nigga, she basically told his wife, we all play a role, even the kids.
Yeah.
We all play a role in Chicken Man's story. It's
Vivian, by the way, just for later on.
Taraji?
Vivian, yeah.
Okay, Vivian. So that's happening. They're doing a meet and greet. Samuel Frank sends some niggas over there to find Chicken Man, send them to their house.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken Man's wife is a holy woman. Praise God, everything is God. When them niggas knocked on that door, after so first she gets the heads up by the police officer. Did you catch this? When she opened the door for the police officer, she kind of checked him out. Did you catch that?
I didn't peep. Yeah, I didn't peep.
No, that she gave him the up and down. You know when a woman
like
she gave him that look.
Him? She knew him, or she found him attractive kind of look.
She found him attractive.
Yeah, I guess I didn't peep that part.
So I caught it. So if this nigga show up later, affairs happen. But so he appears for Chicken Man. The whole time, Chicken Man told his wife that Taraji got cut by a nail at what kind of party? He said he wasn't even saying it was a party, right? What did he say it was?
Yeah, I think he was like they was like working. You know what I mean?
It was something to do with him though, but it wasn't a party. I forgot how he explained it.
Yeah, she got it was like a bad construction job, and she got caught on a nail.
Yeah, so she got caught on there, cut her arm. But the police officers like, "We looking for your husband because he was involved in a robbery."
Right.
Robbery, and she like, "What robbery? You know the party that got robbed."
She was like,
so. Yeah,
I knew that nigga. Knew he was doing something foul.
Hey, even in those moments, she didn't give him up. She didn't go off. So she figured everything out at that point. Like, y'all wasn't at no party. I know how my husband feels. He's been fucking you. You one of his side. She put it all together in that moment.
Yeah.
But she's still holding it together. Then so later on, Frank's people show up. They come to the door. She immediately grabbed the pistol and the fucking shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
And they come to the door and basically put the gun on the niggas like, get the fuck on.
I thought something different was gonna happen because once they put the guns down and it was like these niggas was gone, they was like they could have easily just started shooting up the windows. I thought that's what going on. I thought
I didn't get the feeling of that. I didn't get the feeling that was going on, but I also didn't understand her telling Taraji to leave through the back door. It's like you already in it. So at that point, I didn't think she would tell her to leave. But Taraji got on a bright red dress. Like, how you just gonna, nigga? They gonna see you when you get outside.
Yeah, absolutely. I was like, Taraji act like she ain't in trouble because like she's involved with the chicken man. She was just kind of like walking around. She went back to the house. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying.
You got to dip. You got to be somewhere else.
Yeah, Taraji's not thinking straight. She go back to the house. That's the. I mean, if we want to talk about characters, I guess characters. What happened in the story? So Taraji leaves there, goes back to the house. The episode ends with Taraji sitting in the middle of the fucking fucked up party.
Crime scene.
The crime scene, and you hear David Banner knock on the door. Because David Banner is hot.
And nigga say, what did he say? I forgot what he said at the end. He was just like, it's me, bitch, or something like that.
Some shit like that. He's threatening. He's threatening. He's hot.
Yeah, he about to get killed too.
Oh yeah. So we'll go back to so speaking of him getting killed, and towards the beginning of the episode, we get the meeting between all the big black bosses.
Yeah.
Everybody pissed off. Everybody going through it. Frank's telling everybody, y'all calm down. I got this taken care of. Y'all go home and just wait till I give y'all the heads up.
Right.
Everybody about to leave, but David Banner like, nigga, fuck that. Like, nigga. Yeah. And David Banner had a point. Because if you think about it, he's like, nigga, this party's attached to you. We were told to come to this party, and the one rule was we couldn't bring no guns. So we basically came
stripped down to my drawers.
So he like, we couldn't bring no guns to come to a party that you was throwing. So he basically like, it feels like a setup.
Yeah.
And then after everything goes down, you telling us to just go home and wait.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that's his stance. Samuel Jackson, like you said, Samuel Jackson is being Samuel Jackson, so he say a lot without saying nothing.
Yeah, he just sitting there at first. He was like, he didn't start. He got in his bag once Terrence Howard questioned him. He was like, well, maybe they right. You know what I mean? Maybe.
But before that, I'm saying before that, because David Banner made his speech, he got all the other dudes riled up. The whole time Samuel Jackson sitting cool. Terrence Howard looking like, man, fuck, like just shut up. Because Terrence Howard is thinking like, nigga, he's gonna send us to kill you. You talking about all this shit. This is what Terrence Howard is thinking.
Yeah.
So what's his name? David Banner says his speech, and then he goes up to Samuel. He like Frank, like kind of saying goodbye, and Frank say his name, and you walk out. So Terrence Howard already know like this nigga didn't question you.
Yeah,
or this nigga basically didn't threaten you.
Yeah, because he pretty much told Samuel right there. He was just like, man, you ain't got to do this to that. You know,
yeah.
He was just like, well, you know, this it is what it is. At this point, bro already walked out. He said what he said. You know what I mean? It's almost like, just like you said, he said it without saying it.
Yeah, so Samuel gets up to go make a drink, and Terrence stares up. He like, yeah, man, you know, you should probably he's going through a lot right now. We probably don't have to. We probably don't have to do that. And Samuel like, all right. And then Terrence carries on to say like it's like he's questioning him, but in a nice way. Like I don't mean to step on your toes or tell you what to do, but he like, you know, everybody going through a lot right now, which just kind of remember that they are traumatized. And then Samuel just loses. He like, yeah, nigga, I remember when your daddy worked for me. Talking to Terrence, remember when your daddy worked for me. The one thing he wouldn't do is sit here and let you question me. And he just like Samuel Jackson out, nigga.
Yeah, like that part was like some of the coldest lines because he was just like, it was just real random. He was just like, you know why I miss your daddy?
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, like, whoa, hold on, bro. And then the second time he was just like, do what your daddy would have did and do what the I say. I'm like, wow. You talking about somebody's dead daddy right there in his face.
Right in
like,
his face.
You know what your daddy would have did? You know why I miss your daddy? Whoa. Calm down, Sam.
You would have shut the fuck up and do what the fuck I said. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. I like Terrence Howard's character because it's not like, I think I was saying this last episode, it's just like it's not OD Terrence Howard. It's like I feel like he's kind of calm, he chill, even though he got the weird wig. It's just like he's still.
And that nigga wig is hitting though. That motherfucker is coming.
A lot of women looking at that wig like, I'm gonna give me one of them. I need to get one of them. I need to get one of them. But yeah, it's definitely. I like his character is more calm and it's not like overboard. He probably got tired of people saying, "Oh, mine."
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't do all of that this whole time.
So that was the end of that meeting that lets you know Samuel Jackson's finna go on a fucking rampage.
Yeah, everybody walked out the door.
Everybody. We get Don Cheeto, who's new to the case. This is his case, so he appears on the crime scene, and he sees basically they just treating this shit like these white cops don't give a fuck about what happened.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit. Everybody's still outside butt naked. I was laughing at the one nigga that said, they stole my wedding ring. He's like, my wife didn't even know I was at this motherfucking all the black people going through it. They all outside butt naked because that everything has to be evidence. This is the dumbest shit ever. Then Don Cheeto goes inside and he hears commotion from the basement where the casino shit was. He goes down there. The racist white cop that was established a couple episodes ago is on the back of a black man who's been shot, yelling at him.
Yeah, just on his head. He was just like, he got priors. I'm questioning him or whatever. Like, this nigga's a victim. What you doing?
He's crazy. So from here on, we see that the white police don't give a fuck what happened. Don Cheeto cares, and he's using this new young cop, the same one that went to Chicken Man's house to talk to his wife.
Yeah,
they're on the case now. He wants him to help him solve this case.
Right. Yeah.
What are the characters in here? Oh, the robbers. So the robbers have a meeting. Immediately, you know, the boy with the chucks and the fucking colorful strings is going to snitch on everybody. Because he's going
at all.
Because he's going through it about. I thought it was his sister. I don't know who Chloe was to him. I don't know if it's his sister.
It was like his homegirl.
So it was just they were just partners.
It seemed like it, yeah. Like they had been like friends for a while.
Okay, so I thought it was his sister, but he's going through it in the kitchen while they counting the money. It's funny. What's his name? You see him tuck some jewelry.
Melvin Gregg. Yeah,
that nigga tuck some jewelry, but they count everything up. It all equals to just under $1 million.
That's crazy.
That's fucking insane.
I was like, that was a big bust just for some wallet money.
It wasn't though. It wasn't wallet money because I thought the same thing. But remember, Melvin Gregg asked what's the crazy dude's name? Crazy light skinned dude.
Oh, in real life, his name is Willie Black in this thing, but in real life, it's Miles Bullock.
That's the light skinned one, right? The one from Vince Staples show. So Melvin Gregg asked him, he's like, same thing like you said, like, I can't believe they just had this much money in there. He was like, no, it's because of the casino. He's like, they had to have the money to pay out
a certain amount of money, yeah.
So it was more so all of the money, all the head boss's money and the casino money that equal to almost $1 million.
Nigga, I'm telling you, bro, if I was ever a part of that clique, I was like, y'all, why are we chilling in the same city that we just robbed everybody in? We gone that night. We out.
No.
It's time to dip. Like, cause like you done robbed. Once you figure out you've robbed mob bosses, right? They figured it out that night. It's time to go. You can't sit around. Like they sitting around too much.
But you got to think like this. It's kind of like they fucked either way because yeah, I feel you. Let's leave town. But you can't. So you got cousins and shit that live in your city. You got aunties and shit and uncles and shit. You leave town. These mob bosses ain't finna just sit around and wait to find you.
Yeah, I think that's the cost of committing crime. I think if I was a criminal, to be a criminal and have like people that you love is probably the wrong thing to do. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do that, rob people or commit crime, and you got like family that's in that same neighborhood, it's probably the dumbest thing you could do.
The dumbest shit. But also they didn't know that it was mob bosses, like you said. So it's like in the position they're in, they can't leave town. You got to kind of hope playing the role as if I had nothing to do with this is going to work because you don't have no other option. If you leave town, all of your people dead.
That's true.
That's what 50 Cent said in that song. He said, I get tired of looking for you, spray your mama crib, make your ass look for me. It's like,
Wow.
that's the consequences, nigga.
Coldest line.
Coldest.
That 50 Cent said.
Coldest fucking line, nigga.
Yeah.
Spray your mama crib, make your ass look for me. Like, God.
Like, whoa.
That is diabolical, nigga.
That nigga meant every word of that.
He meant that.
He meant that shit.
That nigga say you little dirty ass kids, I'll fucking erase them.
Yeah.
You have to die, nigga. You can't do a rap like that and mean it.
I think at that point, 50 Cent was getting out everything he needed to get out. That first album, he was gonna say everything he needed to say.
That whole song was about one nigga.
Yeah. I didn't know he said the dude name that actually shot him in the song until like later on in life. And they were just like, what's his name? Shot me 3 weeks later. He got shot down. I'm like, why you say his name? Why you say his name? That ain't even damn when he came out.
Nigga, Tupac did the same thing on songs, so I get it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah. So leaving town is not an option. It's like I said, you fucked either way. Leaving town's not an option. Playing it cool is really not an option because you got the nigga in the kitchen that's losing it that you know is gonna tell on everybody.
Yeah.
So you know, soon somebody hit him up, he's telling on everybody because he's emotional. He's going through it. You better off cold. It's cold to say, but you better off just killing that nigga.
That would have made more sense. It's just like, bro, like as soon as we seen him in there crying, I was just like, I'd have whispered in bro's ear, I'd be like, this ain't gonna work out, my nigga. Like, don't let this nigga leave here, bro.
Also, so he did 3 things wrong. He's wearing the same fucking chucks that he wears every day. So if anybody knows him, you know them chucks. He's the one who bought the guns not too far away from where the crimes is. So they sent his stupid ass to buy the guns. Yeah. He uses his real ID, real name to buy 2 shotguns that's used in this robbery. Dumb as fuck. And then he's emotional. So that's 3 reasons you have to kill him. There is no in between. You have to kill this nigga.
So it was a part in one of the episodes to where somebody recognized his feet. Was that Chicken
Kevin
Man
Hart
who recognized his feet? Mm-hmm. So why he didn't know off top?
He knew when he saw him at the repass.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
it's funny because
but he had to find out through the girl that robbed him to know that he was a part of it. That's why he went to the
yeah. I mean, he don't
diner spot.
He don't know that kid, but I'm saying he has them same chucks on with them fucking candy cane laces, I guess. But it's like it's when he went to that repass, the first thing I said, oh, he gonna remember the shoes.
Yeah.
My wife was like, what are you talking about? I was like, he saw the shoes when he was getting robbed. He's gonna remember them shoes. I guess that's the only shoes this nigga got.
Yeah. Niggas are poor.
No, nigga, uniform up. You cannot be wearing the same shit you wearing every day out here hustling niggas.
Nigga, you go buy some brand new shit. Mm-hmm. It's all the time. Anytime I see something about a crime, like I just saw a video about a crime committed and a dude had on $1,000 jacket that only a few people have. Just like, nigga, now all they got to do is just find your jacket, bro. Like most niggas kill and the shit that they wear on in Instagram is crazy because nigga, we got all your wardrobe on your Instagram.
That shit is insane. Like you ain't trying to be incognito at all.
Nope.
So we know that's going down. So Kevin Hart goes to the repass, cold as fuck. This nigga goes to the repass and tries to call Silky and them to come up to the repass to get this nigga. Cold as shit. You gonna call from the repass is crazy. You ain't gonna follow him nowhere else.
Why did you think he decided to get arrested with him? Because he did that on purpose.
He wanted to make sure he stayed close to him. But he knew he was one of the robbers. He like, I got to do whatever I can to clear my name. If they take him to jail, he's going to be in jail. They're going to arrest him for this robbery. He don't want that. He wants him free so Frank can be cool. Like, I got the nigga that robbed me. That's his whole goal. Like, get me out of this shit.
Yeah. So
he goes to jail. He tries to get him out. The Don Cheadle like, nigga, no, nigga. and know this. If we find out you part of it, you're an accessory to murder, which means murder.
Yeah. Yeah, that boy up in there chilling. He in there snitching. And then he ended up offing himself with a shoestring, I guess.
I hate
because where else would he would have got? Well, how you strangle yourself at the door? With
it's the same shoestring because he looked down at the shoestring before Don Cheadle left.
Yeah, man. I guess
I just hate. I mean, even to the wire. Stop hanging people on doorknobs.
Like, nigga, if you don't get your
Are
ass
you
up.
the way you hate the countertop death?
Mhm.
I hate the hung by a doorknob death. I literally hate that shit.
Like, nigga, how can you kill yourself hanging from a doorknob? Because your body is on the ground. The trick of
Yeah.
hanging yourself is to not have nothing under you.
And I'm sure somebody gonna comment that this really happened somewhere. Okay, but just to me personally, I just stop doing it. So he hangs himself from the doorknob with the shoestrings. Now Chicken Man, so Chicken Man calls Silky to tell him the boys in jail. Silky sitting there with Frank. Frank on the other phone. Frank on the other phone, like, Chicken Man, it's hard to find you.
Let me come in. Where you at now? Where you at right now? You were just like, hold on, Silky got something to say.
Hey, Samuel Jackson has so much fear in the shit he says without putting fear in it. Just imagine you talking to Silky, this nigga Samuel Jackson looking for you. This nigga get on the phone like, Chicken Man. You like, fuck. You are hard to find.
Motherfucker. It's like he could be scary and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
At all times. He was just like, God. He was just like, shit. Frank, I got it. I hate when niggas can't get out what they're gonna say. Like, nigga say it so he can be like, nigga, I got, hey, wait, Frank.
So Frank like, oh no, man, Silky got something he want to tell you. Then the big nigga start choking Silky ass out. And you just gotta listen to that. You gotta listen to that. Like, fuck.
Nigga like, I gotta get my family the fuck out of here now.
That's not what he was thinking, and that pissed me off too. Yeah. So and this is just a funny a thing I caught. So the big black dude chokes out Silky, then Samuel Jackson like, yeah, I got one more thing to say, and he hang up the phone.
Yeah.
The phone wasn't hung up because the other one was still off the receiver. If you remember back in the day, both phones have to hang up for the phone to be hung up.
Yeah.
That's a little editing thing that I caught. But anyways, so Chicken Man goes home. He sees his wife loading up the station wagon to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
This nigga's begging her to stay.
Baby, I got it.
No, nigga, she needs to. These niggas showed up to the house. She needs to leave without you.
Yeah, you're right. He wasn't thinking about it at all because he's asking her low key. He was just like, yo, let me take care of it. Like, nigga, you not taking care of it, bro. Like,
you're not.
You left us here to go do other shit while they could have just came. They came to the door. The only reason why I survived that whole situation is because Taraji was here with another gun.
That's it. That's the only reason they left her alone. Because the first when she had the shotgun, that nigga said, "Nah, you outnumbered. It's 2-1."
Shit, I would have shot that shotgun twice and killed both of them niggas. He pulled out his gun. I was like, nigga, that shit's in your waistband, bro.
Yeah, so I would have shot the nigga with the waistband first, and because you got to cock that motherfucker as a shotgun. So she had to shoot, cock, shoot.
Yeah.
So it wasn't gonna work the way she thought. But Kevin Hart trying to force her to stay was dumb. Then him driving to this nigga drove to the worst hotel in the city. Ain't nothing but hoes. The daughter was like, "This is where we live now." I'm like, let her leave and go stay with her mama or whoever she was about to go. Wherever she was going to go, let her go.
Just get out of town, bro. Like,
yeah, just let her go.
Yeah, because Frank, even though Frank is, I mean, this is the 70s at the end of the day, right? Mm-hmm. So it ain't, we could track these niggas down. We can see where they're going on Instagram. None of that. Yo, get in the car and drive as far as you can and figure out something when you far.
Yeah.
I mean, don't stay in the same city, state, bro. That's too simple. Like, people will find you because people tell. Like, you already see now, what's his name, paying money to get people to, get told on.
That nigga said flood the streets. Hey, Melvin Gregg, this nigga's an incredible actor. Just in the little bit that he does. When that nigga walked up on his uncle, that nigga had the coldest.
That nigga was just like, man, I'm trying to get girls like you. He was like, man, which one you want? I'll bring them over there next time.
That nigga said, how big you want them? You want them like this
big?
You don't like them wide ones. You know, like, but it's just the walk that nigga did from the car. I was like, this is the coldest nigga in the set.
Nah, like, Melvin Gregg is killing it. I think we said that in another pod.
Yeah,
like,
we did.
It. He gonna blow up.
Yeah, but he walks up on a dude from Soul Food. That's his uncle. Still working the same shop from Soul Food. And he like, can you get off this jewelry? Of course it's the jewelry he pocketed. The uncle instantly lost it. Like, nigga, I know that's not the jewelry.
From that robbery nigga just yesterday.
Please tell me that ain't the motherfucking jewelry. He's like, don't show this shit to nobody else in this city. You get the fuck out of here. Get that hot ass jewelry out of my shop.
Yeah.
So of course, when when Frank said flood the streets, the first place big ass Lamar go to is that shop.
Yeah.
He walking up like trying to play it cool. It's like, nigga, death is at your doorstep. Like, fuck, this nigga done tried to sell it to somebody else, but no, that wasn't the case. So he like, big ass Lamar is like, yeah, I heard you was the fencing man. I heard you was the guy that fenced the jury. And then when he said, do you think he gonna fuck up the nigga that, that said his name? Because he was like, I talked to so-and-so and they said you was the man.
I mean, it's probably an old nigga, so it's possible. We're like, nigga, why would you say my fucking name? Like, probably one of them things. But did Lamar break him off money? Because he took out money. And
he gave him money. He pulled out that big ass stack and he gave him like half of it. He was like, tell everybody I got 10,000 for whoever did this.
Yeah. And everybody at this point is just like, somebody knows somebody.
Everybody know everybody.
Yeah, something's gonna. I feel like most of them robbers is gonna be out. Most of them niggas is gonna, you know what I mean, get caught before Kevin Hart do. So it's like it's almost like they're expendable and Kevin Hart gonna last all the way to the end.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to Kevin Hart and Frank. Yeah. I think that scene we got in the beginning was where we end up, because I think Terrence Howard gonna end up dead, and I think big ass Lamar gonna end up dead. It's just gonna come down to Chicken Man and Frank.
Yeah.
And Don Cheadle gonna shoot Frank.
That's how this just go.
I might have ruined the ending, but fuck it. I think Don Cheadle is the one who shoots Frank. That gunshot we heard is Frank getting shot. The Chicken Man like, took you long enough.
Yeah.
I just feel like
he set him. Like, you think he set him up? Like, you think he gonna set him up?
Yeah. I mean, he ain't gonna have no choice.
Yeah.
It's gonna get to the point because nigga, Frank is cold. Frank don't give a fuck about nobody.
Yeah, at this point, he don't care about the truth.
No.
Yeah, he was just like, nigga, you threw the party for me. You've been trying to get me to this party all night. You've been trying to get my good graces, lying to me all weekend. It's on you.
It's funny because all the top mob bosses that came, all the black ones, feel that way about Frank, and Frank feels that way about Chicken Man.
Yeah. So,
everybody thinks Frank set him up, and then Frank thinks Chicken Man set him up.
So what if one of the mob bosses come at Frank?
I think they will, but they're not going to win.
I think David Banner's about to die next episode for trying to come at Taraji. So I think that he's at the door, and then somebody from Frank's clique is going to get him before he get in the door.
Yeah, and then they're going to hold Taraji hostage.
Yeah.
Tell us where Chicken Man at.
It's like, nigga, I told you.
Because Frank wants him dead. Frank wants him dead.
It's over at this point. He disrespected.
Yeah. What was the significance of when they found Chloe's body, that thing that was in her head poked in her forehead? What was that for?
Well, that thing is the same thing that she clogged Taraji with, and she had it on her, and they're gonna probably test the blood and realize that it wasn't her blood, it's somebody else's, because it was fresh blood.
But when Don Cheadle picked it up, he was like, look at her forehead. He was like, it's the same marks as this.
Well, her forehead had a bullet wound in it.
It had a bullet wound, and it had the prong thing in it. I didn't understand that. That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. What I got from it was that she had the same thing that she clawed Taraji with in her hair, because like that's something that she used to clip up her hair or whatever.
Yeah,
but I thought the bullet wound. I mean, I thought the head wound was just the bullet that he shot her in the head with. I mean, that he shot her.
I don't know. Maybe I was looking too deep. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, so
another episode, I was sitting there like.
Yeah, I think we're getting them weekly now.
Then Bel Air came right on. I'm like, God damn it! I'm like, you know how to be in the corner, it'd be like,
it's playing next.
That's just that Bel Air. I'm like, God damn it!
So Kevin Hart was on Breakfast Club. I just heard the interview with him and Will Packer. He said this shit. I mean, no, he did the interview with Chloe on his podcast, and he said this is 8 episodes.
Yeah, so we already 4 in. Got half of it.
So we only getting 4 more. Shit's incredible, man.
4 more weeks.
Incredible writing so far. I have no complaints.
I wonder how much this shit, like, you know, some most directors or whatever, people that make stories is just like, you gotta like budget the film. So it's just like, you can't just grab an all-star cast without having like a crazy budget, right? Do you think that this was more of like like, you know, we rocking with you you know what I mean, like a friendship kind of thing, like between Kevin Hart, Will Packard, and all the actors on it, or you think that he just went balls deep with the money and just gave everybody what they worth?
I think they had a big ass budget, but I also feel like out of that big ass budget, there's not too many of the actors in here that you have to pay like that. The only people you probably got to pay like that is Samuel, Kevin Hart,
Don Cheadle,
Don Cheadle, Terrence Howard, Taraji. Other than that, I don't know who else you would have to pay like that. Like you pay everybody else because everybody else is using this to boost. After this is like, nigga, I was in Fight Night. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's on my resume. The other ones like Samuel and them, they're just like, nigga, that's another show for me. You know what I mean? This is what I do. Yeah, pay me my money, I'm out.
Chloe Bailey probably a little pricey at this point in her life.
No.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Well, even though she got popped out the first few episodes, they probably was like, yeah, this is how much we're gonna give you for these 2 episodes.
No, she said she was proud to be in it. It's like it's a stepping stone.
Yeah.
She said she uses it like in the interviews, like I'm in Fight Night. And they be like, oh, you in there with you know what I mean? Like with the names. She ain't acting wise on the acting list, she ain't higher than Melvin Gregg.
You think so?
Fuck no.
And Chloe Bailey is like, well, which one is the Halle Bailey is the Little Mermaid. Chloe is the one that got her draws beat in the Swarm thing.
Yeah. I'm not trying to take nothing away from her. I'm saying as far as budgeting for an actress.
Like, yeah, I don't think they gave her like millions of dollars. I'm just thinking like, I feel like she is more like a more famous character. She's more famous than Melvin Gregg is. We know Melvin Gregg because we watch a lot of movies.
She's more famous because she does music too.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying if you got a call sheet, you have to ask Taraji to do it. You put out the fucking auditions for it. Because nigga Kevin Hart literally said, how'd you feel when you got the role? Like she had the audition still.
Yeah.
She wasn't the role she played, she wasn't even supposed to play. She auditioned for a different role. So right. If she's not the one you have to go ask to be in this.
Yeah. I think
she's more like y'all doing that, I'm gonna audition because I want to be a part of that.
Yeah, I think it's what you said. It's just like if I'm an actor and somebody give me a script and Samuel Jackson, Kevin Hart are the main actors, like you ain't gonna have to pay me my regular price. Like I just want to be in it. You know?
No, you can pay my regular price because hey, what you think her regular price is compared to everybody else?
I don't know. A lot of these motherfuckers they need more money nowadays. As Taraji, she went through that whole situation where she probably think that, I don't know her pay rate right now, and I'm not gonna even guess it, but like she probably wants way more money for like certain movies that she does or whatever, right? But
she deserves it though. I'm saying that's different.
Yeah, I ain't say she didn't. It's just like sometimes you bring your price down because of the project versus, it's just like, hey, you gonna pay me, I don't know, these millions of dollars, I ain't doing it. It's like, all right, we'll replace your ass then.
So what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. So Melvin Gregg, everybody underneath the other actors that I just said, they're not in a position to name their price. Everybody above that can name. Terrence Howard can name a price. Samuel Jackson can name a price. Don Cheadle can name a price.
Yeah.
If Chloe come in here like, I'm not doing it unless you give me this,
I agree with that.
So what I'm saying is that she's not in the position. She's not a big enough name to name a price. Melvin Gregg's not a big enough name to name a price. They could literally be like, "Oh, that's what y'all paying. I'm not going to do it." Yes, but they're not in a position to be like, "That's not enough. Give me more."
Right. Like,
so I don't think the budget for hiring them is as big as the other ones.
Right. Most movies, right, only can afford like 2 stars for the most part. And this is a series that kind of came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? It's not about anybody. It's not, it's about people, but it's not like a huge story that everybody knows about, right? So it's just like, so we got like 5 actors in here that are like pretty big.
Yeah.
Just like, that's why my question just comes from is just like, do you think that it was more of like people they just threw out the big budget for it, or is it just like this is a family project, like shit, we all know each other, let's come and put together a great series and we'll figure out the money part later? Like I'm not about to pay y'all millions of dollars to do it. Like, this is our group project. Like, everybody get a cut in a certain way.
So I think they have a big budget and it's still a family project. I don't think it's a figure out later. I think they have a gigantic fucking budget and it's a family project.
Yeah.
I think it's both of those. I don't think it's a let's figure it out later thing. I think it's nigga, Peacock wants us here. Peacock wants this show. So Peacock is going to give us hella money. It's like, see if you can look up the budget for the shit.
I'm about to right now.
So I guarantee that shit is huge. And it's like you got to imagine you got Will Packer attached to it and Kevin Hart. That's off top. That's the first two names on the thing. You know that's big money regardless.
Yeah, for sure. But if this is like Kevin Hart's movie, then he's like already a partner, and it's just like he ain't getting his price that he would get if another director or a company was trying to hire him. Like, this is his movie. I mean, this is his.
What that got to do with anything though?
He getting money off the sales of it versus he just getting paid.
He got Kevin Hart is the producer, yes. So Peacock gives him the money. I don't even think it's just Peacock. So Peacock and whoever else gives him the money to make the movie. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's his project, yes. Yeah. But that budget is coming from the bigs.
Yeah, the executive producers on this include Kevin Hart, Will Packer, Craig Buer, and it's a list of other people. So a lot of people put money into this, but it is a Heartbeat production / Will Packer Media. So
that's big money right there.
Like, them two are already like, we get money off of this project. I'm not getting paid for this project. Like, he probably put money in it. Like, they didn't give him a fee. Like, here you go, Kevin Hart, do this movie. It's his movie. I mean, it's his series.
Man, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
So if me and you do a film, right? Nobody's paying us to do the film. We do the film and we get, everything coming from it versus like somebody paid us the fee for it. Nobody paid Kevin Hart a fee for this. So it's like, it wasn't like, it don't have to be a big budget for him. Like, he's not getting $1 million to do this. Like, nobody's saying like, here's $1 million. Here's your fee for acting. Just like, no.
But I'm saying what they got to do. But what does that have to do with paying the other actors?
I wasn't talking about the other actors.
That's literally what you said, man. Rewind the tape.
That was earlier.
Hey,
now
Brian,
we're talking about, you know what?
Hey,
we're talking in circles now. Because first we was definitely talking about the other actors, but my actual initial question was, do you think that they threw out a lot of money for this project? That was my question.
That wasn't the question.
That wasn't my question?
No, rewind the tape.
I'm gonna rewind the tape. We live.
You said
I was like, do you think that they threw out a big budget for this?
The original question was, do you think all of these actors took the big payment they normally get, or did they do it like, because we know you, because we want to be a part of this project? Did they come down and be like, you said later on, like, pay me later, but you were saying like up front, did they ask for, I think they asked for a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I was saying up front, I think they got paid a lot of money. I don't think it's just, so yes, this is produced by Kevin Hart, Will Packer, all of those other people, but they still get money from somebody else. Like, Peacock is still going to pay them to have this made. Or I think even in the interview, Will Packer said Universal gave them money to do this. It's like, they're still getting money. They're outsourcing for the money, yes, still, but their names are the reasons they can do that. So money is up front before shit is even shot.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So Samuel Jackson, if you casted for this shit already before you shot it, and you tell everybody, I got Don Cheadle, I got Terrence Howard, I got Taraji, the money's coming before you even shoot this shit.
Right.
So they have the money to pay them out, to where it ain't like this. It ain't like us doing it and being like, hey man, hey Melvin Gregg, we up and coming. Can we pay you later? They don't have to do that. They ain't in a position to have to do that.
Yeah. Well, shit. Fight night. It's on Peacock.
Hey, comment below. Y'all heard what was said earlier. Y'all heard.
Yeah. Something like, man. I feel like I know what I'm trying to say. I probably just not throwing it out there right. But
right. So do you feel let me just ask you this. So do you feel like I'm just gonna say Samuel Jackson, Terrence Howard, Don Cheadle, Taraji P. Henson, who was the other big name here? Not Kevin Hart don't count because he's producer.
Mhm.
So they're the other 4 big names.
Right.
Do you feel like they did this more so because they wanted to, or because they're getting paid to?
Yeah, I feel like that was more of like what I was trying to get out, like trying to figure out if they just did it just because it was like, this is a big project. I know these people. It's like,
Hey man, I asked you a question, man. Don't go back there in the rabbit hole. Do you feel like which one do you
telling you
feel?
what I told you pretty much. Like I'm telling you again because we asking the same question. At the end of the day, it's the same question. It's just like I'm not 100% sure how they did it. That's why I asked you.
So if I'm asking that way, if they did it for the money or because they wanted to, I'm saying they did it because they wanted to, but they're not going to take a short because they wanted to. And I don't think they had. I don't think it's a position to where they have to take a short to do what they wanted to do. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's like somebody came with them. They love this shit, and you have the money to pay me, so I don't have to even negotiate that part because you got the money for me. You know what I want to be paid, and you gave me that before I even asked for it. That's what I think it is.
Got you.
As compared to the other ones, like I said, like Chloe Bailey, like Melvin Gregg, I think all of them heard about this, seen how incredible it was. Whatever y'all paying us, I'm gonna do it. You get what I'm saying? Because I know where this can take me. I know if people love me in this, it's gonna take me there. Even though we see Melvin Gregg going crazy already. Like that is that nigga. Like we know where he's about to be in a minute.
Yeah.
Chloe Bailey, she's still fresh. She already got a following from her music, but she's still fresh in the acting shit. And I think this is going to boost it because she did the other shit I seen her act in. It's like cool, but this one is like you can see she's separating herself into a better actress.
Yeah.
The one robber nigga, like we see him going on to come up too. He always plays like that crazy character, but we see where he's about to go too. So for the rest of them, this is a resume booster. This is another eye open. This is more eyes than you would get doing some other shit.
It's crazy because pretty much all of the like secondary characters, like the robbers and people that are now, I guess, the star cast are like the bigger up and comer actors, like the Laurie Hart, right? The what's the bro's name from White Man Can't Jump?
Yeah, and even nigga Emmett Till's, like all of them, they've been in what is considered successful. They've been in something successful, all of them. So it's like, but this is a even bigger boost because you have to take a chance watching the other shit they was in. With this one, people are running to it because of the names that's already in it.
Right. It's like they probably know these characters. Like, I've seen these niggas before or whatever.
Like we was doing. Oh, that's Emmett Till. We don't know his real name. That's Emmett Till though. And he was a little brother from fucking the other show. It's like we know them from other shit.
Yeah.
But this on their resume will boost them into something else.
Right. Yeah. Damn good show.
Damn good show.
Whatever they did.
However they made it happen. This shit is great. 4 more episodes. Yeah. Hope y'all watching it too. I don't know if y'all watching it yet.
I'll be pissed off again. Ain't nothing to watch.
Yep. But like, share, subscribe, talk back wherever. If you there, let us know below how y'all felt about this episode, and we'll be back next week for another one.
Peace.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.